Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt at peace? Not because it had fancy furniture, not because it looked like a magazine spread, but because everything was simply in its place. The bed was made, the counters were clear, the air smelled fresh, the quiet felt different. That sense of calm, that soft kind of order. It wasn't luck. It was the result of something powerful. A few small daily habits that change everything. And for over 35 years, I've worked with older adults across America in homes, in retirement communities, and in clinics, helping them live not just longer, but better. Today, I want to walk you through something I've seen time and again, that the seniors with the cleanest, calmest homes, they're not working harder, they're just working smarter, using small, simple daily habits that keep their homes running smoothly and their minds at ease. And here's the truth. You don't need to scrub floors for hours. You don't need to do deep cleans every weekend. You just need the right system, one that works with your life, not against it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 12 daily cleaning and organizing habits that have changed the lives of many older adults I've worked with. These are simple, practical, proven, and more importantly, they help create a peaceful, clutter-free environment that's easy to maintain no matter your age. Stick around because in the middle of this video, I'll share a few real stories from seniors who completely transformed their homes and lives using just a few of these tips. And at the end, I'll give you one powerful challenge to try this week. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's begin. Oh, and before we dive in, if you find this video helpful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're building a community of wise, resilient, and joyful older adults, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Habit number 1. Make your bed, the 2-minute reset that sets the tone for the day. Let's start with something so small. It might surprise you. Making your bed, that's it. Just pull up the covers, fluff the pillows, 2 minutes and done. But here's what most people don't realize. This tiny habit can shape your entire day. It's not about impressing guests or having a picture-perfect room. It's about starting your day with one clear, completed action. And for many older adults, especially those navigating retirement or health transitions, that first small victory makes a big difference. Why this habit matters more as you age. According to the National Institute on Aging, establishing a regular routine, especially in the morning, helps reduce stress, increase focus, and improve sleep patterns. When you make your bed, you're not just tidying up. You're telling your brain, the day has begun. I'm in control. That sense of control. It can be deeply comforting when everything else in life may feel uncertain, whether it's changing health, limited mobility, or an empty nest. A real story. Joan, age 78. Joan is a retired school teacher who lives alone in a cozy one-bedroom apartment in Oregon. After her husband passed away, mornings became difficult. She often stayed in bed longer than she wanted, sometimes not getting dressed until noon. But one day she made a decision. I'll just start by making my bed, she said, even if I don't do anything else today. And she did. Every morning she made her bed even on the rough days. Over time, it snowballed into other positive actions, a short walk, a healthy breakfast. Eventually, she started volunteering at the library again, all because she started with her bed. The psychology of a simple win. A study by Harvard Business School found that small, low-effort wins like tidying up a space boost motivation and mental clarity. For seniors, especially those managing depression or anxiety, this matters. It's easy to feel like big tasks are too much. But something as quick as straightening the sheets, it gives your mind a clear signal. You're capable. You're active. You've accomplished something before breakfast. Fall. What if you have limited mobility? You might be thinking, but what if getting around the bed is physically difficult? Here's a tip from Mayo Clinic's Senior Wellness Guide: choose lightweight bedding. Skip the heavy comforters and opt for a quilt or throw. Use just 2 pillows to keep the task simple. And if reaching is hard, sit on the bed while adjusting the covers instead of standing. You don't need perfection, you just need the gesture. A gentle challenge for you tomorrow morning before your coffee. Before you check your phone or turn on the news, just try it. Make your bed. Then take a moment to step back and look at it. Feel the difference in the room. Ask yourself, if I can do this, what else might I be able to do today? Because sometimes the smallest actions lead to the biggest shifts. No. Habit. 2. Declutter as you go. The touch it once rule that changes everything. Have you ever walked through your living room and thought, when did all this stuff get here? A stack of mail on the side table, shoes by the door, reading glasses next to the coffee maker. It happens slowly then, all at once. Clutter builds not because we're messy people, but because things get left behind when we're tired, distracted, or simply dealing with life. But there's one simple rule that can keep your home from turning into a pile of, I'll get to it later. It's called the touch it once rule. And for many older adults, it's a game changer. What does touch it once mean? It means that when you pick something up or use something, you handle it fully before moving on. If you open a letter, throw the envelope away and file or recycle the contents. If you take your shoes off, put them back in the closet. If you finish a snack, rinse the plate and put it in the dishwasher, not the sink. Just touch it once. Finish the task. Move on. Why it works. According to the National Council on Aging, one of the biggest causes of household stress in older adults is feeling overwhelmed by accumulated clutter. But clutter doesn't usually appear in a single day. It's the result of 100 tiny decisions not to finish something. A coffee mug left out, a jacket hung over a chair instead of in the closet, a prescription bottle not returned to the cabinet. Over time, those I'll do it later moments turn into a messy, chaotic environment. But when you touch it once, just once, you eliminate the problem before it starts. Real-life example. Frank and Linda are in their early 70s and have downsized to a small home in Florida. At first, they loved the simplicity. But after a few months, they realized things were starting to pile up. Junk mail, bags by the door, grocery receipts, glasses in every room. So they tried something new. They made a promise. If we touch it, we finish it. If Linda opened the mail, she sorted it immediately. If Frank brought in groceries, he put them away right then, no bags left on the counter. They even placed a small basket by the front door for keys, sunglasses, and wallets. In just 1 week, they said their home felt calmer, their minds felt clearer, and they argued less about who forgot what. Hear what the research says. AARP published a study on senior stress, and one surprising result stood out. The presence of clutter was directly linked to increased cortisol, your body's stress hormone, even in people over 60. That means the mess you see isn't just an eyesore. It's affecting how your brain and body feel. So every time you choose to touch it once, instead of leaving it for later, you're protecting your peace. What if you have memory issues? If remembering this rule is a challenge, try this. Place reminder notes in key areas on the fridge by the door next to your favorite chair. Use a basket system. Have one labeled for to file, another for to recycle, and one for put away. That way, even if you can't do the task right away, you know where it goes and you'll touch it again with purpose. A simple takeaway. The next time you put something down, ask yourself, am I really finished with this? If not, take 10 seconds and finish the loop. Because the difference between a clean, relaxing home and a cluttered, stressful one might be just one unfinished moment at a time. Habit number 3. Wipe surfaces. Daily. A few seconds that change the feel of a room. Let's talk about something small. Something easy. Something that doesn't take more than a few seconds but completely changes how your home feels. Wiping down surfaces. Now, before you sigh and think, oh no, not more chores. Stay with me. We're not talking about deep scrubbing. We're not talking about disinfecting every square inch. We're talking about one soft swipe across the counter. A quick dust of the coffee table, a damp cloth over the bathroom sink. That's it. And it makes a world of difference. Why this matters. Clean surfaces don't just look better. They feel better. They change how we experience our homes. According to the Cleveland Clinic, visible clutter and grime, even minor, can contribute to anxiety, especially in older adults who spend more time at home. There's something almost therapeutic about cleaning a surface and watching it go from dull to polished. It's a form of visual order. It tells your brain, this space is safe. This space is mine. And here's the truth. You don't have to clean everything, just a little bit. Every day. A senior's story. Margaret's coffee table. Margaret is 81 and lives with her daughter and 2 grandchildren. She often feels like the house is filled with constant motion and mess. But there's one space she calls her island of peace, her coffee table by the window. Each morning after breakfast, she wipes it down with a soft cloth. Then she places a book, a teacup, and a fresh napkin. That table becomes her calm corner. And no matter how loud the rest of the house gets, she says, that space reminds me I still have control over something. It's a ritual, not just about the table, about herself. Baki, what should you wipe and when? Here's a simple rhythm. Morning, wipe the kitchen counters after breakfast. Midday, swipe the bathroom sink or faucet after use. Evening, dust a side table or TV remote area. That's it. Nothing heavy duty. No chemicals needed. And if you forget, don't worry. Just do it when you remember. Choosing the right tools. The National Institute on Aging recommends seniors use lightweight, arthritis-friendly cleaning tools. A microfiber cloth is ideal. No need for strong chemicals, just water or a gentle vinegar solution works fine. Keep one in every main room so it's always within reach. When it's visible, you're more likely to use it. Margaret keeps hers draped over a small handle on her walker, easy to grab and go. Why this habit helps long-term. When we clean a little everyday, mess never gets a chance to pile up. You avoid cleaning marathons that take hours and drain energy. Plus, it protects your home. According to Mayo Clinic's advice on aging safely at home, dust and residue on surfaces, especially in kitchens and bathrooms, can harbor allergens and bacteria that increase risk for respiratory issues. Daily surface wiping keeps that risk low and your home healthy. And if you live with others, make it a shared practice. Place a small container of wipes or cloths in communal spaces. Teach your grandkids or spouse to wipe their own spaces. It's not about being picky, it's about shared respect. And when the family sees you take pride in your space, they often follow. A moment of reflection. There's something powerful about wiping a surface clean. It's not just cleaning, it's creating clarity. A tiny act of self-care of intention. Try it tomorrow. Just pick one surface. Run a soft cloth across it. Then breathe. See how the room changes and how you feel too. Habit number 4. Do a load of laundry each day. How 15 minutes can prevent overwhelm. We've all been there. It's the end of the week, and suddenly the laundry basket is overflowing. Towels, socks, undergarments, shirts, dish rags, piled high and waiting to be sorted, washed, dried, folded, and put away. And just looking at it, exhausting. But what if I told you that doing just one load a day could keep all that stress from ever happening again? Not 3 loads, not laundry day every Sunday, just one small, manageable load every day. Why this works especially for older adults. According to research from AARP and the National Council on Aging, household chores like laundry become significantly harder with age, not just physically, but mentally. It's not that seniors can't do laundry, it's that big laundry days feel overwhelming, time-consuming, and frustrating, especially when energy is limited. By breaking it up into daily doses, laundry becomes routine, not a burden. And when something becomes routine, you're more likely to do it with ease, confidence, and even satisfaction. A real story. Edward's morning machine. Edward, 74, lives in a small condo in Arizona. After retiring, he found that tasks like laundry started to feel like chores again. He'd put it off for days, sometimes weeks. Then he'd lose an entire afternoon trying to catch up. One day, his daughter gave him a tip: start a load right after breakfast. Just one. He tried it. Now it's become a part of his daily rhythm. He puts in a load in the morning, reads the paper while it washes, switches it to the dryer before lunch, and folds while watching the afternoon news. 15 minutes total, but no more laundry piles. No more dread. The science of stress prevention. The Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health both agree. Breaking large tasks into smaller, regular routines significantly reduces stress and mental fatigue, and for older adults who may struggle with memory fatigue, arthritis, or joint pain, doing smaller loads reduces strain on the back, arms, and knees. You don't have to carry a giant basket down the hall or stairs. Just one small load and it's done. Tips for making it easier. Keep laundry baskets small. Use 2 lightweight bins, one for lights, one for darks. When one fills up, it's time for a wash. Choose a consistent time. Whether it's after breakfast or before your evening show, having a set laundry moment helps build the habit. Use products made for seniors. Detergent pods are easier than lifting heavy bottles. A grabber tool can help if reaching into the machine is tough. Coraburo. Skip folding if you don't want to. Hanging up clothes directly from the dryer works just as well. What if you live with others? Get them involved. Make a chart or rotating system if needed, or give each family member their own small bin and encourage them to be responsible for their own items. And if you're caregiving or living with someone who needs help, this routine gives you both a predictable rhythm to work from without feeling rushed or overwhelmed. A moment to reflect. There's something deeply satisfying about finishing one full load, washed, dried, and put away. It clears physical space, but also clears mental space. When we stay ahead of the laundry, we stay ahead of the stress. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee finishes brewing, start a load and know that future you will thank you for it. Habit number 5. Don't leave dishes overnight. Why a clean sink means a better morning. It's been a long day. Dinner's done, your feet are tired, and you're ready to sit down and relax. The sink has a few plates, maybe a pan or two, and you think to yourself, I'll take care of it in the morning. But here's the problem. Those few dishes. They don't just sit there quietly. They greet you the next day. They're the first thing you see when you go to make coffee. And instead of starting fresh, your day starts with a reminder of what you didn't finish. But there's good news. It doesn't have to be that way. By taking just 5 minutes to wash or load those dishes before bed, you're setting yourself up for a calmer, clearer, and more energized morning. Why this habit matters, especially in later life: older adults tend to spend more time at home, according to the National Institute on Aging. That means your environment, especially your kitchen, has a bigger impact on your mood than it did when you were younger or working full time. And let's face it, a messy sink can quietly drain your energy. It's a small sign that things are piling up physically and mentally. On the other hand, walking into a tidy kitchen when you wake up, it makes the entire day feel easier. It's not about being neat for neatness' sake, it's about creating mental space and emotional energy. A story from the Midwest Dolores, age 76. Dolores used to wake up grumpy. She didn't know why at first until her granddaughter pointed it out. "Grandma, you always get annoyed in the morning when the kitchen's messy." It hit her. She'd go to bed after dinner, leave everything in the sink, and then start the next day cleaning up yesterday's mess. So she made a change. Every night before heading to the living room, she'd take 5 minutes no more to rinse, load, or hand wash the dishes. It became a simple ritual. Quiet, peaceful grounding. Now she says mornings are smoother, breakfast is more enjoyable, and she feels a sense of calm that stays with her the rest of the day. The science of a clean kitchen. According to Harvard Health Publishing, physical clutter, especially in high-use areas like kitchens, can contribute to elevated cortisol levels and reduced focus even in older adults. A clean sink, even if nothing else is perfect, offers a sense of completion and control. And when you're managing chronic illness, pain, or mobility issues, reducing small stress triggers makes a huge difference. Plus, from a hygiene perspective, the Mayo Clinic recommends keeping food prep areas clean to avoid cross-contamination, especially for seniors with weakened immune systems. Simple strategies to make this habit stick. Use a dish drying mat. No dishwasher? No problem. A silicone or microfiber mat makes hand washing fast and tidy. Create a last plate routine. Once you finish dinner, immediately rinse and deal with your plate before leaving the table. Make it a paired habit. Turn on soft music or the evening news while you clean. That way it feels like part of your wind down, not a chore. Use light ergonomic tools. Dish wands with soap inside make scrubbing easier on arthritic hands. If you live with family, this is a great place to model behavior. Invite your grandkids to clear their own plates. Show your spouse that you value winding down the day with order. And if you live alone, this is still a gift you give to yourself. A simple reflection. Think of your sink like a signal. When it's clean, it tells you I'm ready for the day. It reminds you that small efforts bring big peace. So tonight after dinner, don't walk away just yet. Take 5 minutes, rinse the plate, clear the sink, take a breath, and know that tomorrow you'll thank yourself. Habit number 6. Manage paper clutter immediately. Don't let mail become a mountain paper. It starts with just one envelope, a bill, a flyer, a birthday card. But before you know it, you've got a pile on the kitchen table, another in the living room, and one more sitting near the phone, just in case it's important. Sound familiar? For many older adults, paper clutter is one of the most persistent and frustrating kinds of mess. And unlike laundry or dishes, it's not always clear what to keep and what to toss. But here's the truth. If you can take just 1 or 2 minutes to deal with each piece of paper as it comes in, you'll never have to dig through a frustrating pile again. Here's why paper clutter is a unique problem for seniors. As we age, we deal with more paperwork, not less. Medical forms, insurance updates, Medicare statements, bank letters, legal documents, prescription slips. And that's before we even get to birthday cards, newsletters, or junk mail. According to the National Institute on Aging, the average senior receives nearly twice as much medical-related mail as younger adults, and much of it looks important even if it's not. And because we're taught not to throw away important things, many seniors err on the side of keeping everything just in case. But what starts as caution can quickly turn into clutter, and clutter leads to stress. A real story, Robert in the shoebox system. Robert, 80, lives in a 2-bedroom apartment with his dog, Benny. He used to throw all his mail into a shoebox labeled important. One day he needed to find his Medicare EOB from 3 months ago. It took him over an hour, and the paper was crumpled and stained by the time he found it. That night, Robert decided to make a change. He bought a small accordion folder from the dollar store. He labeled tabs, medical utilities, personal trash. Now when mail arrives, he stands at the counter with his folder in hand. If it's medical, it goes into that tab. If it's junk, it goes into recycling immediately. And if he's unsure, it goes into the personal tab to review on Sunday mornings. No more shoe boxes, no more stress. Why this habit works. Paper clutter grows when we put off making decisions. So the key is to shorten the time between receiving and deciding. According to research from AARP, seniors who manage mail daily spend 80% less time sorting and cleaning up later. It's not about handling a pile, it's about never letting the pile happen at all. What you can do today. 1. Set up a mail station near your door. Use a small basket or file sorter with labeled sections: O recycle, O to file, O to pay, O to read. 2. Handle it the moment it arrives. Open mail standing up at the counter or over a recycling bin. Don't set it down unless it already has a place to go. 3. Schedule 1 day a week for follow-up. Pick a day to file papers, pay bills, and make calls. If something needs action, put it in the to-do section and add it to your calendar. 4. Use simple tools. A letter opener, a shredder or shredding bag, an easy access file folder. These tools make you more likely to follow through. Count if you're a caregiver or live with family, encourage them to respect your system. Paper clutter often builds up when others leave things around for later. You can also ask for digital statements instead of paper ones if you're comfortable. Most Medicare and utility services offer this now. If you're not comfortable with online billing, that's okay. Stick to your physical system, but stick to it daily. A final note on letting go. Many older adults keep paper just in case. But here's a gentle truth: if you haven't needed it in over a year and it's not legal, medical, or financial, it probably doesn't need to stay. The Cleveland Clinic recommends keeping a simple list of documents worth saving like tax returns, wills, and insurance. Everything else, recycle it. Remember, peace of mind comes from knowing where things are, not from having every piece of paper just in case. Habit number 7. Open the windows. Every day, bringing fresh air and fresh energy into your life. There's a simple habit that costs nothing, takes less than a minute, and can instantly change how your home feels. Open the windows. That's it. Not for hours, not all day. Just a few minutes to let fresh air in and stale air out. For older adults, especially those spending more time indoors, this tiny ritual can have a big impact on health, mood, and overall well-being. Why air quality matters more as we age. As we grow older, our lungs become more sensitive. According to the Mayo Clinic, many seniors experience reduced lung capacity and are more susceptible to indoor air pollutants, mold, and allergens. And here's something most people don't realize. Indoor air is often more polluted than outdoor air. Yes, even in the city. From cooking fumes to cleaning product residue dust, mites, pet dander, and moisture buildup. It all adds up inside 4 walls. So when we open a window even briefly, we allow those invisible particles to leave, and we let in oxygen-rich air that our bodies and brains desperately need. Naive. A story from the East Coast. Evelyn and her window ritual. Evelyn is 79 and lives in a small cottage in New Jersey. Every morning she opens the front and back windows for 10 minutes, rain or shine. She says it started when she read about how fresh air helped prevent colds in the winter. Now it's become more than a health habit. It's part of how she sets her day. I make the bed, open the windows, and breathe in, she says. It's like sweeping the air clean. And the funny thing, her house feels more spacious. Her thoughts feel clearer. The mental health benefit. Harvard Health Publishing notes that exposure to natural light and fresh air, even for short periods, can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. For seniors managing isolation, grief, or emotional changes in retirement, this is a small, gentle way to reset the mind and body. Fresh air also helps regulate circadian rhythms, which means it can improve sleep, something many older adults struggle with. How to build this habit into your day. 1. Pair it with another routine. Open the windows while you make your morning coffee or while brushing your teeth. 2. Set a timer for 10 minutes. You don't need to keep them open for long, just enough time to let fresh air circulate. 3. Use screens and window locks for safety. If mobility is a concern, open only the top half of a double-hung window, or ask someone to check your windows are safe and functional. 4. Choose the time that suits your climate. In cold or humid areas, early morning may be best. In summer, open them before it gets too hot. Concerned about allergies or pollution? Here's what the Cleveland Clinic advises on high pollen or poor air quality days. Limit how long you open the windows. You can still air out your home for 5 minutes, just avoid peak pollen hours. And on days when you can't open them, consider using an air purifier with a HEPA filter. It's a good alternative for keeping your lungs happy and your home fresh. If you're living with others, let them know you're opening the windows, especially if someone in your home is sensitive to drafts or temperature. You can even make it a shared routine. A window minute after breakfast where everyone takes a breath together. It's small, but it creates connection. A moment to reflect. We often focus on what we can clean, scrub, or put away, but sometimes the most powerful habit is to simply let something in. Let the breeze come through. Let the scent of the garden or morning air fill the room. Let your lungs expand. Tomorrow, try it. Open just one window. Take 3 deep breaths. And notice how your space and your spirit shift. Habit number 8. Dust high-touch surfaces daily. A simple practice for a healthier, more polished home. You know the feeling. You go to turn on a light and notice a layer of dust on the switch. You reach for the remote and realize it's sticky or dull. You open a cabinet and spot grime around the handle. These are the surfaces we touch every day, but often overlook when it comes to cleaning. They're small, they're easy to miss, but they matter more than we think, because high-touch areas are where germs collect and where dust likes to settle. And when you make a habit of wiping them down just once a day, you improve the cleanliness, health, and comfort of your entire home. Why this matters more as we age. As we get older, our immune systems may not respond as quickly as they once did. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, seniors are more susceptible to infections, particularly respiratory ones. Touching contaminated surfaces and then rubbing your eyes, nose, or mouth. That's one of the most common ways germs spread. And the truth is, things like remote controls, light switches, doorknobs, phones, and faucets, they get touched a lot but cleaned rarely. So by spending just a few minutes a day dusting and wiping these areas, you help reduce the risk of illness and create a more polished space. Real story: Harold and his duster. Harold, 83, lives in a small retirement community apartment in Ohio. He says he used to only dust once a week, maybe. Then during cold and flu season, he came down with back-to-back illnesses. His daughter, a nurse, suggested something simple. Just dust and wipe the places you touch every day. So Harold picked up a lightweight microfiber duster. Every morning after breakfast, he does a quick sweep of 5 places: TV remote, kitchen cabinet handles, bathroom faucet, bedroom light switch, cell phone screen. It takes him about 3 minutes. Since then, he says he's felt healthier and his apartment looks just a little sharper every day. What the science says. The Mayo Clinic recommends that older adults regularly clean high-touch surfaces, particularly during cold and flu season. Even a dry cloth removes a surprising amount of dust and debris. Add a small amount of disinfectant once or twice a week, and you drastically reduce microbial buildup. And don't underestimate the psychological effect either. A clean light switch or faucet makes your home feel more taken care of, and that sense of order adds to peace of mind. How to build this into your day 1. Pick 3 to 5 touch points in your home. Common ones include light switches, remote controls, door handles, refrigerator handles, bathroom sink faucets, bedside tables, phone screens or tablets. 2. Keep a cloth in each room. Store a microfiber cloth or cleaning wipe in a drawer or basket nearby. Visibility helps with consistency. 3. Make it part of your morning or evening routine. Do a quick wipe before bed or right after breakfast. You'll start or end your day feeling like something is clean and complete. 4. Use gentle senior-safe products. Avoid strong chemical sprays. A damp cloth with a bit of white vinegar or mild soap works just fine. And if you have limited mobility or arthritis, use long-handled dusters for hard-to-reach places. For light switches or remotes, sit comfortably and keep everything within arm's reach. You don't need to overdo it. just be consistent. Brr. What about caregivers or shared households make this habit visible? Post a small checklist or reminder on the fridge. If you live with family, assign everyone their own wipe-down zone. Kids can take care of their own devices. Spouses can take a room or area. When everyone participates, it doesn't feel like a burden. The moment to reflect clean doesn't always mean big changes. Sometimes it means noticing the small things and caring for them a little each day. That door handle, that light switch, that space you use but rarely think about. Try it today. Pick one touch point, wipe it down, and see how different the room feels even if nothing else changes. Habit number 9. Tidy up before bed, end the day. Right, start the next one even better. Let's talk about how you end your day. You finish dinner, maybe watch a little television, take your medication, turn off the lights, then you head to bed. But here's the question. What does your home look like when you leave it for the night? Is the living room scattered with newspapers? Are the throw pillows on the floor? Is there a glass on the table or a blanket crumpled on the couch? These may seem like small things, but how your home looks when you go to sleep shapes how you feel when you wake up. And for many seniors, taking just 5 to 10 minutes before bed to reset their space makes a powerful difference in how their mornings begin. Why this habit matters, especially as we age. A morning can go one of two ways. You walk into a tidy space and feel calm, clear, and ready for the day. Or you walk into clutter and feel tension before your coffee even brews. According to the National Institute on Aging, seniors benefit from clear, uncluttered pathways in the home, not just for safety, but for emotional clarity. And sleep studies show that winding down with a short, structured routine, like tidying, helps cue the body and brain that it's time for rest. In short, when you finish the day with care, you begin the next one with confidence. Real story: Lorraine's nightly reset. Lorraine is 82 and lives in a one-bedroom condo in Michigan. Every night after brushing her teeth, she walks through the apartment and does her reset. She folds the throw blanket on the couch. She places the remote and reading glasses in a tray. She straightens the rug under the coffee table. She puts her water cup in the sink. She turns off the main lights and turns on a soft lamp. It takes her about 7 minutes. She says, "When I wake up in the morning and see everything in place, it's like the house is welcoming me into the day." It's her way of closing one chapter and opening the next. What the research shows. According to Harvard Health Publishing, evening routines that include simple organization help reduce anxiety and improve sleep quality in older adults. Why? Because unfinished tasks create what psychologists call open loops. Your brain keeps processing them even while you sleep. By taking a few moments to close those loops, you're signaling to your mind and body, "We're done for today." And that leads to deeper rest and less mental clutter the next morning. How to build this habit into your life. 1. Create a simple checklist. Keep it short and doable. Examples: put remotes in one spot. Fold blanket on the couch. Wipe down bathroom sink. Load any last dishes. Turn on nightlight. 2. Pair it with an existing routine. Do it right after brushing your teeth or just before reading in bed. Pairing builds habit strength. 3. Use a timer if needed. Set a 5-minute timer. When it ends, you're done. It keeps you from overdoing it or getting distracted. 4. Keep tools handy. Store a dust cloth in the living room. Keep a small basket for put-away-tomorrow items. Make it easy to tidy up without walking all over the house. If you live with others, make it a shared family ritual. Each person can pick up their own things. If you live with grandchildren, turn it into a game. Let's put the living room to sleep. If you live alone, it becomes your private pause, a small act of love for your future self. A moment to reflect. Tidy spaces aren't about perfection. They're about peace. Before you go to sleep tonight, look around your space. Ask, what would help me feel calm when I wake up? Then take 5 minutes. Put a few things in place. And fall asleep knowing you've already done something kind for tomorrow. Habit 10. Keep cleaning supplies accessible. Make cleanups quick, easy, and stress-free. Have you ever noticed how some homes just always seem clean even when you stop by unannounced? It's not because those people are constantly scrubbing or deep cleaning. Often it's because they've made one smart change. They keep their cleaning tools close by, right where the mess happens. Not buried under the sink, not in a locked closet across the house, not behind 5 old bottles of bleach. When supplies are easy to reach, cleanups happen right away. And when cleanups happen right away, mess never has a chance to grow. It's that simple. Why this habit matters, especially for older adults. As we age, it becomes more important to reduce extra steps. Going up and down stairs to get a spray bottle, bending under cabinets to find the mop, or forgetting where you put the duster. These small obstacles can turn a 5-minute cleanup into a chore you put off until tomorrow. According to the National Council on Aging, making home tasks more accessible helps older adults maintain independence, reduce fatigue, and avoid unnecessary strain on joints and muscles. So by keeping a few essential supplies in each key area of your home, you make it easy to clean as you go and harder to make excuses. Real story. Norma's room-by-room system. Norma is 77 and lives in a 2-story home in Tennessee. After her hip surgery, going up and down stairs for cleaning supplies became frustrating and sometimes painful. Her daughter helped her create a room-by-room system. Now, in every bathroom, she has a small basket with a mild cleaner spray, a soft cloth, gloves, a trash bag, a sponge in the kitchen she keeps, dish soap, disinfecting wipes, a towel, a mini broom and dustpan, and in the living room, a dust cloth and wood polish under the side table. She says she now handles spills, crumbs, and smudges immediately without stress. I don't have to think about where things are anymore, she says. If I see it, I clean it. And then it's done. What the research says. According to the Cleveland Clinic's aging-in-place recommendations, having supplies visible but tidy encourages routine upkeep and improves mental clarity. When cleaning tools are out of sight, they're often out of mind. But when they're neatly stored where you use them, you're far more likely to use them regularly and with less effort. How to create your own accessible cleaning setup. 1. Start with 3 zones. Focus on your O kitchen, O bathroom, O living area. 2. Use small containers or caddies. Plastic bins, handled baskets, or fabric boxes work well. They keep supplies organized and easy to carry if needed. 3. Stock the essentials. Not everything each kid only needs: OA gentle spray cleaner, vinegar-based or mild soap, OA microfiber cloth, OA glove or 2, O trash bag or paper towels, O any specific tool for that room, toilet brush, broom, etc. 4. Label each container. Use large print labels if needed. Clear labeling makes it easy for you or others to help. 5. Store supplies at waist height, avoid bending or reaching. Use drawers, baskets, or countertop containers that sit comfortably within reach. If you live with family or caregivers, ask them to help you set up and stock each area. If you share cleaning duties, having the tools nearby makes it easier for everyone to pitch in. You can even use color-coded bins to assign different zones, especially helpful in larger homes. A moment to reflect. Sometimes the biggest barrier to a clean home is not the mess itself, but the delay between noticing it and doing something about it. When your tools are where you need them, the cleanup feels like no big deal, just a natural part of daily living. So take an afternoon, set up one basket in one room, then try it for a week and notice how much lighter the routine becomes. Habit number 11. Sweep or vacuum high traffic areas. Daily, keep your home fresh without wearing yourself out. Think about the places in your home where your feet always go. From the front door to the kitchen, the hallway between your bedroom and the bathroom, that well-worn path to the dining table or your favorite armchair. These are called high-traffic areas, the parts of the home that collect dust crumbs, dirt, and pet hair the fastest. And here's the simple truth. You don't have to clean your whole house every day. Just focusing on those key paths can make your entire home feel cleaner, fresher, and more peaceful. Why this habit matters more with age. As we grow older, bending, lifting, or pushing a heavy vacuum through the whole house can feel like too much, especially all at once. But if you keep your focus small, just a few steps here and there, you can maintain a clean home without overdoing it. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults are at higher risk for falls in cluttered or dusty environments. A layer of crumbs on a tile floor or a rug that hasn't been cleaned in weeks isn't just messy, it can be dangerous. So maintaining clear, clean pathways isn't just about appearances, it's about safety. It's about freedom. It's about living in a home that supports you, not one you have to tiptoe through. Real story. Bernard and the kitchen floor habit. Bernard is 79 and lives with his cat Max in a one-story home outside Chicago. He loves to cook, but the kitchen floor always seemed to get sticky and full of crumbs by the end of the day. So he bought a lightweight broom and a small dustpan with a handle, no bending required. Now, every evening after dinner, he sweeps just the kitchen floor. It takes him less than 5 minutes. The floor stays clean. I don't track stuff into the living room anymore. And it just feels good, he says. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just keeping the parts I use the most under control. What experts recommend. According to Cleveland Clinic's senior home care guidelines, seniors should keep high-traffic flooring areas free of loose debris, pet hair, slippery spills, excess dust, which can worsen allergies or asthma. These can lead to slips, breathing issues, or just the frustrating feeling of walking through mess. A simple sweep once a day can help prevent all of that. And if you have a vacuum, you don't need to run it through the whole house. Just do one hallway, one room, one area by the door. How to make this habit simple and stress-free. 1. Identify your high-traffic areas. Start with just 2O. The walkway to your bathroom or kitchen. O. The area around the front door. 2. Use lightweight tools. Consider O. A cordless stick vacuum. O. A handheld vacuum. O. A rubber bristle broom. O. A Swiffer or flat mop. 3. Store tools where you use them. Keep a small broom behind the kitchen door. Store your stick vacuum in the hall closet. Easy access. More likely to follow through. 4. Pair it with something you already do after your evening news or before brushing your teeth at night, just a few swipes of the broom. If you have mobility issues, use tools designed for ease: long-handled dustpans, standing vacuum wands, foot-activated sweepers, or ask a caregiver to focus on those spots during weekly visits. You can also break it into zones: Monday kitchen, Tuesday hallway, Wednesday bathroom floor. That way nothing gets missed and nothing feels like a burden. A moment to reflect. Clean floors aren't just about looks. They're about stability, clarity, and peace of mind. There's something refreshing about stepping onto a floor that doesn't crunch or stick. A floor that supports your steps without distraction. So tonight or tomorrow, choose one small area. Sweep or vacuum it. Notice the difference. And remember, you're not trying to do everything. You're simply creating space for ease. One path at a time. Habit number 12. Enjoy the space you've created. Why gratitude reinforces a clean, calm home. You've done the work. You made your bed. You wiped the counters. You handled the mail. You tidied, dusted, swept. You made your home feel lighter, fresher, easier to live in. Now there's just one habit left. Enjoy it. That's right. Take time every single day to simply sit in your space and notice what you've done. Not as a chore, not as a checklist, but as a gift to yourself. Because when we pause to appreciate what we've cleaned, cleared, and created, we're more likely to want to keep it that way. Why this habit matters. According to Harvard Health, positive reinforcement, like appreciating the results of your efforts, helps your brain build lasting habits. It's not enough to say, "I should clean." What really creates consistency is when your brain links cleaning to a positive outcome. Peace, comfort, clarity, pride. In other words, when you enjoy your home, you want to take care of it again tomorrow. A real moment. Shirley's tea chair. Shirley is 84 and lives in a small senior apartment complex. Each afternoon, she does what she calls her 5-minute freshen a light tidy of the living room. And when she finishes, she brews a cup of chamomile tea and sits in her favorite chair by the window. She doesn't clean anything else. She doesn't check her phone. She just sits, sips, and looks around. "It's my moment to say thank you to the space and to myself," she says. That ritual keeps her consistent because it's not about staying busy, it's about staying connected to her space. How to build this into your day. 1. Set a completion pause. After your last cleaning task of the day, sit for 5 minutes. Don't clean anything else. Just be in the space you created. 2. Pair it with something you enjoy. A cup of coffee, soft music, looking out the window, reading one page of a favorite book. 3. Use your senses. Notice the fresh scent, the calm lighting, the clean lines. Let your brain record the reward. 4. Say it out loud. Try saying, "This feels good. I'm proud of what I did today." It may sound silly, but affirming your efforts reinforces the habit. If you live with others, invite them to enjoy the space too. Gather in the tidy living room for a chat. Have breakfast in the clean kitchen together. Take pride in the order you've created, not as a burden, but as a shared joy. If you live alone, your space is your sanctuary. Treat it as such, because your peace of mind lives there. A moment to reflect. So often we do the work of cleaning, but we forget to appreciate the results. But here's the truth. Every wiped counter, every cleared floor, every made bed is a quiet act of self-respect. And when you take time to notice it, you build a cycle of calm that feeds itself. So tonight or tomorrow morning, don't just do the habit. Feel the benefit. Sit in the quiet. Enjoy what you've made because you earned it. Final reflection. One small habit, one big difference. Let's take a breath. You've just walked through 12 simple, powerful habits that thousands of older adults across the country are using every day, not to make their homes perfect, but to make them peaceful. And if there's one truth that echoes through all of this, it's this: clean, calm homes don't happen all at once. They happen in small choices. Repeated consistently, with care. You don't need to spend hours scrubbing. You don't need to do everything today. You just need to do one thing intentionally. Because when you take care of your space, you're really taking care of yourself, and you deserve that care. You've earned it. A gentle challenge. Just one habit for 1 week. Here's what I want you to try. Pick just one of the 12 habits we've covered. Just one. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's wiping the counters. Maybe it's putting away the mail as soon as it comes in. Whatever feels doable for you, start there. And commit to doing it every day for 1 week. Don't aim for perfect. Aim for consistent. Then at the end of that week, take a quiet moment to ask yourself, do I feel lighter, calmer, more in control? If the answer is yes, you're already on the path. And if the answer is no, that's okay. Just try a different habit next week. This isn't a test. It's a journey. Why this matters now more than ever. You've reached a point in life where you get to decide what stays and what goes. Not just with furniture or papers, but with routines, expectations, and pressure. And the habits you build today. They're not about chores, they're about freedom. The freedom to wake up to a space that supports you, to move through your home safely, to invite friends over without rushing to clean, to feel proud of where you live because it reflects who you are. And who you are is wise, capable, and absolutely worth investing in. Let's stay connected. If this video helped you, if it gave you even one idea, one moment of clarity, or one sense of I can do this, please take a second to do 3 simple things. 1. Like this video. It helps us reach more seniors who may be feeling overwhelmed in their own homes. 2. Share it with a friend or family member, someone who might be struggling with clutter or daily routines. 3. Subscribe to this channel, because this is just the beginning. We've got more tips, stories, and encouragement coming your way every week. You don't have to do this alone. We're building a community of older adults who are committed to living lighter, clearer, and more joyfully. Your home, your habits, your peace. So now the lights may be dimming, the house may be quiet, and your day may be winding down. But tomorrow you get to begin again, and it starts with one simple choice. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for caring about your space, and most of all, thank you for caring about you. We'll see you next time.